Okay, well, this is a question we've had for a while. What singers can do the best versions of such a complicated a song like this one? You've all heard the Efra sing version. It's time to hear the man who has the most aura amongst all the Bollywood singers in the world, or Indian singers, Sonu Nigam, ladies and gentlemen.
देखो मुझे लगता है सिर्फ सोनू निगम है एक सिंगर जो चाह के भी बेसुरा नहीं हो सकता, बस बाकी तो मुझे नहीं लगता कोई है।
जो सोनू निगम मेरे लिए भगवान है। ओके, सोनू निगम को देखकर म्यूजिक सीखा है।
मैं थोड़ा सोनू निगम जितना अच्छा गा सकता हूँ, नहीं गा सकता।
So I'm a big Sonu fan, and I'm saying it genuinely, not because we're on the same.
Let's give it a proper review. If you haven't heard the original, this will be a fucking review. So
please go ahead and listen to the original.
Mr. Sonu Nigam deserves a proper review. It's interesting timbre for this song, isn't it? I would have never thought of a Sonu Nigam version for this because it's too warm. You know?
I agree. It's a little too romantic.
Yeah, this is a romantic. This is a romantic song now.
His phrasing is really good though. Because,
choppy?
No, because it's quite breathy. It's satisfying though. It's very satisfying.
But I'm telling you, it's oddly.
It's oddly
warm.
romantic.
Yeah, it's like bro made his own. This isn't even Mere Dholna. Bro made a different song.
Here's the thing. Like I said with the previous version, the Shreya version that is the newest.
Yeah, 3.0 they call it.
Yes, the 3.0. It depends on where it is in the storyline. Because if this is the perspective of the main male role, and he is somehow fallen into the enchantment of this
Video Madhuri's character.
Correct. So you have this like whole teamed up situation and outside entities at play, right? So if this is him kind of falling into that trap, let's say, it is quite interesting that it's sort of so warm, so romantic. However, it also sounds a little bit pleading because of the breathiness of the phrasing. It
is nice to see a male version of this in the sense of that there is a character here based on the first movie. We haven't seen the second or the third, but first and Bhool Bhulaiyaa 1. There is a character at immense conflict, but it's pleading his lover to please return to her old self.
Correct.
So there is a desperation. There is a plea, as you said.
Yes. So it I think it depends. This version would definitely change its perspective and its meaning depending on where it is in the film. Okay. This is confrontational?
Whoa, what the fuck? Whoa, what
this
the
is
fuck
igniting
is this?
conflict?
I mean, it's like the showdown song.
Yeah, this is definitely... I kind of have an idea. I understand this. Okay, here's what happens. Okay.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, and then fucking Sonu Nigam starts rapping.
I had an issue with the key in which is in because I personally believe
too comfy, innit, for him?
It's too low.
Yeah, it's too low.
It's too low. So
are we being haters here?
No. Because
it's not hitting.
Let me explain you my theory. Let me explain you my theory. My theory is that at the beginning you're hearing him kind of like look for the demon women. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's like
people have seen it at this point, so I'm sure people with like
this again. These are theories. I feel like he's hunting for the demon women, right? And then when after the section,
he finds them.
So it's conflict town. You know, it's like it's time to kind of like bring out the hunter in him. I like this section, you know. Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
Yes.
And please, you use Sonu Nigam's like prowess a bit further, like.
No, I think this is making sense to me.
Nice.
Oh, it's flat. It's flat.
Wow, they diminished. Let's see that again.
It is so nice. I love that it's so purposeful. It's so very well thought through. Here's the thing.
That's a what? Why the fuck? I mean, I guess you can't be flat on purpose, but
Oh yeah, totally.
imagine
Have
he's in the
have
studio.
you not seen jazz?
Imagine him in the studio, and then
Mr.
Amal Malik or Pritam is like, okay, think jazz,
No, actually.
think Dholna.
No, actually, we wanted to be flat here.
Sonu Nigam's like, well, I
What?
can't even sing out tune, mate. I have inbuilt genetic auto-tune, mate. Well, it does grow on you. Fucking hell. If I was a judge at Indian Idol, va. That's why the key was there.
Wait, stop, because they've made this a minor. Is that a chromatic sequence? It could be, but they've taken the original key with the original phrasing, but what happens is that they change a sequence in the major sequence. They change a note to a minor one, so it gives this sense of tension and wrongness to what you're already familiar with.
So you go like,
Yeah, there is an actual term for this, but it's literally slipped my mind. Where the
chord
honest-
dissonance.
Yeah, well, absolutely. But it's just one note of the whole sequence that it changes from a minor to a major, from a major to a minor,
Right.
and it creates that tension, that wrongness that makes you go, you
Right.
know.
That's supernatural.
See?
Actually,
See?
arguably, oh, they also used what the fuck's that on the lower octave? Look.
There's a sitar.
There's like a, what is it?
Oh. Oh yeah, I don't
Yeah.
actually know what it is. It's back to the major. See.
I think it's diminished.
No, it's a minor. It's a minor chord. It feels diminished.
I mean, actually, arguably, technically,
I like it. This is
is
so
probably
difficult.
just as hard as the original, if
Actually,
not harder.
harder.
The resolution, let's see.
No, that is fire! So he's definitely hunting them down, killing them at this point.
Yeah, it's funny how, because the first half, I mean, this is fair play, because you really had us in the first half, at the first minute, because the first minute was like,
A little flat.
yeah, it's quite flat
A little
in
flat.
the sense of not the actual notes or the key, but I mean it like,
Energetically speaking.
yeah, because key-wise, bit too low,
A little bit too simple for what.
way too predictable, especially for the caliber of a singer you have. I think that's mainly the main issue. Let's say it was someone else, we would have been like, oh, this is fucking
alright.
weird. This is interesting. What the fuck is this?
Also, I was just thinking, what could possibly bring to the table a male version of it that is just directly the same as the female version, right? So,
Corruption. This is the corrupted version.
no, however, after that first rhythm tal section where they're just like spitting mad game in terms of rhythm, after that whole section, you start to understand the conflict and the battleground that you're kind of like traversing. And I love that musically you can depict all of this. It feels wrong. And
Yeah.
It feels off. And
The-
it feels like you shouldn't really be experiencing this.
Look at this, and the comments sort of pinned it quite well. So they paint it as this is at least this person's sort of emotions that he felt were conveyed, like innocence, betrayal, sadness, liberation, anger, vengeance, and then rage. I never thought Mera Dholna such a romantic song, because it is romance, right? Like the actual original it's like deranged love.
It's devotion. If you listen,
Yes.
if you read the lyrics and you don't pay attention to the context of the scene, it is a romantic song. It's a song of devotion, right?
And funnily enough, I mean, in the first minute, we do think it's like, wow, this turned into even more of a. It just felt like a romantic.
Very warm. It's just very warm
Yeah, and the original is not warm. The original is there's no fucking warmth to that. There's derangement.
because of the subtext, because of the context in which you are presenting the
It
song.
made some people cry. It's 50 years old. The way he sang it, totally smashed it. So deserved national award.
I will say that
This is undoubtedly the toughest version of Mere Dholna ever made.
that's exactly what I was just going to say.
I would actually agree, you know? Would I agree?
Yes, I would 100% agree. You know why? Because nothing opposes more of a challenge for a singer than knowing what the original of a song is supposed to sound like and going directly against that. There is a sense of natural inclination, instinct when it comes to singing, and if you already know what the composition was meant to be like, you've heard it for years and years on end, different renditions of the same melody, the same scale, the same phrasing, to go directly against that in a minor dissonance, in a minor progression, a different chromatic scale, it causes a lot of conflict within the singer to try to do something different. This is perhaps the hardest version of it.
I think so. Out of like Shreya's, Arijit's one, and then Sonu's, I think probably the most difficult one, especially probably the most difficult to perform live, will be his.
Yes. This is a workout. This is a sweat.
Yeah, so this is a vocal fucking just pure workout, mate.
Yes,
yeah,
it really is. It really is.
Let us know what you guys thought about it, and there you go.